G'day folks, Rob here. Thought I'd do a box opening and a bit of a demo of a unit I've just picked up from Tentwell here in Queensland, down at Browns Plains. Went and got myself a hot water system, as you can see right in front of me. The companion Aqua Logic Rechargeable Camp Shower. Went with this one over some other brands, mainly because of the rechargeable battery. You can go 2 or 3 days camping, have a couple of quick showers in the morning and night and whatever you need to do. Have hot water without needing solar panels and batteries and all that sort of stuff. Charge it up before you go, or charge it in the truck or car as you're on your way out. And you apparently get 45 to 50 minutes worth of shower time, which is more than enough, I would have thought, for anybody. The weight of it, I suppose, was my biggest concern. Obviously you start filling your car or your van or your truck or whatever, and obviously the weight becomes an issue of every single item. This one without the cartridges are just these propane Coleman ones. There's other brands as well, obviously, but they're the preferred one. Is 7.5 kilos for the unit. So that's without the cartridge. The cartridge is only a kilo maybe. And so it's quite light, it's quite portable. It's got handles all over it, as you'll see in a second. Yeah, I think it'll really tick all the boxes, especially the battery, essentially. So let's crack him open and have a look. All right, put that down there. Comes with a nice little carry bag. Unfortunately wrapped in plastic, as is everything these days. Really need to stop doing that. All these companies out there, nothing wrong with a paper bag or, no bag. Get this out, let's have a look at the bag quickly. Oh yeah. Branding down the side. 2 zips, 1 each side. Big carry strap over the shoulder handle, as well as what looks like 2 normal carry handles. So you get a bit of an idea of the size there. Nice little logo on the top. It's not too bad. Little feet on the bottom, stop it rolling around in the back of the car or 4-wheel drive. Inside looks like it has the that silver lining. I can't remember what it's called. A couple of Velcro strips. I'm sure that'll all make sense. A pocket. So you can have a pocket on either side. Obviously, you put extra bits and pieces in, the cables, the hoses, all that sort of stuff. Very nice. Pop that down there. Right, let's keep going. Second biggest pet hate from plastic bags. All this bloody polystyrene foam. My goodness me. Okie doke. I'll get this out of the box as quick as I can. Obviously you can't really see much from where you are there. Make sure I don't rip anything else out. Down the side here. Pump. That down there. Hose, 2.5 metres worth, which will be enough to get up into a shower tent. I'll set it up later, and in the shower tent we'll make it all happen. I'll stay clothed, and you'll see it in action, hopefully. What else we got down the side here? 240, comes with a decent power brick on there. Standard Australian plug. Very good. And what else? Cigarette lighter or 12-volt adapter. That was quite long actually. I reckon it's about 5 metres on there. What else have we got? Instructions with pictures. Very good. Very good. And probably the best part of it, or one of the best parts of it, is it comes with a gas regulator. So basically you don't have to use the propane tank if you don't want to, because obviously they're a little bit wasteful on the environment. So if you do have a gas bottle, a normal gas bottle, you can plug it in, and away you go. You use the actual gas bottle instead of the propane tanks. I haven't moved over to the gas yet, proper gas bottles yet with my setup. Something I'll do shortly in the near future, but at the moment it'll just be the propane tank straight on there. Very good. I think that might be about it for accessories. Yep. Let's get this guy out. Let's see if I don't make a fool of myself trying to get this out. So again, it says 7.5 kilos, but that feels really light. Really light. So that's all there is in the box. Close him up. Put him down here. More plastic. Plastic, fantastic. Let's take this off. No matter which way you do this, you seem to do it the wrong way. I'm sure there's an easy way to get the plastic off this thing, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to rip him off like that. Here we have it. The unit itself. Nice and shiny and new. Sure I won't stay that way for long. What we got? On the front here we've got the LCD display. On button, start button, or power button, start button. Regulates your temperature at the front there, and obviously that's your outlet for your shower head. Looks quite snazzy actually. It's not very big, and again it says 7.5 kilos. So that is really light. So we've got some sort of protectors on the side. There is some vents down in here. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick that up, but down the side there, there's some exhaust vents, obviously for the flame and everything that ignites inside. Yeah, I presume it's just so you don't get your fingers down there or put anything up against it that might catch fire, that kind of thing from the heat coming at it. What have we got on the back? We've got some sort of sticker here. Caution! In other words, don't be an idiot. Don't let kids play with it, is essentially what that says. Rightio. Inlet, obviously, for the pump coming in. 240 and 12 volt charging on the back there. One's for the pump, my apologies. The red one's obviously for power, 240. Got a fuse little located down there. Pop them out if you blow a fuse, which I don't think I have blown a fuse on any of my gear. And yeah, the gas input there. So you can see how the propane tank will sit nicely in there once the gas regulator's on. It will sit just sort of nicely snug in that little cutout, which is quite nice. Again, carry handle on the front, carry handle on the back. I mean, that is flaming light. That is so good. All right, I've got myself a bucket full of water here, one I prepared earlier. And what we'll do is I'll hook him all up and come back and show you it in action. Okie dokie, welcome back. You may have seen me struggle there with the propane cylinder. Some gas bottles obviously are the other way around, lefty tighty, righty loosey, and obviously this is righty tighty, lefty loosey, and I got it ballsed up like I usually do. Anyway, I don't know if this actually comes with any battery charge in it, so I'm about to find out here. So I might turn this on and nothing will happen. So I've just got the temperature set to the center. Apparently what is supposed to happen is you turn it on, you hit start, the water will start running. However, the flame won't ignite to get the hot water until you flick this switch up, obviously. So the idea being, you set your temperature obviously ahead of time, you just test it out, chuck it in your shower, tent, pop it up there, turn it on when you're out of the shower I suppose, quickly run in there, flick the switch on and start showering. You can turn it off, obviously, lather up and then wash yourself off. That's the best way to save water. So let's see what happens here. I'll point that away from my face so I don't get a face full of water. I've just got the pump just sitting flat in the bottom there, sort of on a 45-degree angle in the water. The bucket's about 3/4 full. It does say that you get about 2 litres a minute through the shower head. 2 litres of water a minute is what you'll use. So you need to work out the math on that, how much water you need to take with you. You can use creek water or whatever. I've just got this tap water out of the garden hose, so we'll see what happens, eh? See if there's any charge in it. Let's hope so. Yeah, beauty. We've got a little bit of charge, so on the front here, looks like a full battery. Obviously red means you're very low, orange means you're still sort of past halfway. Full battery status, green, good to go. You'll get your 50 minutes or so out of it, straight up. Inlet temperature, 28 degrees. Outlet temperature, 28 degrees. Now, obviously we haven't turned it on and played with it, but obviously this water here is about 28. I don't know if that's right, actually, but we'll see. So let's turn it on and see what happens. So I'll hit the start button here. Oh, before I go on, when it ignites, you'll see this flame light come on. And if there's any sort of issue or cutout, this light will come on as well, to say there's some sort of chaos going on. Hopefully you don't get that. But it shouldn't ignite until I flick this switch, obviously if you're in your shower. So let's see. So start. You can hear it trying to ignite. Oh, it's ignited already. So it's ignited straight away. You can change the shower head to be different. That's heating up already. Wow, okay, that's taken only seconds. It's quite good pressure. Just trying to work out the shower head button here. Oh, okay, so up is off, down is on. There you go. And you can see the ignition light's gone out. Obviously this was already flicked on as it came out of the box, so be wary of that. It will be ready to go. So you flick the switch down. Once she comes, you'll hear this. I can hear a tick. You may have heard it in the microphone. This is quite warm. Actually, I can actually smell that gas, to be honest. I may not have done the gas up tight enough. So I've got that temperature there. It's 42, 41, 42. Tell you what, that'd be, oh, that's almost too hot. I'll wind it back a little bit. That's still really warm, 42 degrees. I don't know how hot you like your showers, but I don't like them burning me. That's quite nice. 41. So the temperature inlet, obviously the temperature of the water coming in through the pump, coming out through the shower head is that temperature there, 40 degrees. Obviously I like my showers at 40 degrees. If it was a cold winter's morning, I would want it a lot higher than that, but that is really nice actually. Beautiful. Again, I can still smell the gas a little bit, so I may need to tighten that up a little bit. You don't need to go over tight on the gas, just past finger tight. I only sort of want the finger tight. The pressure in that, hopefully you can see it. It's really good. You got a couple of settings here. That's actually got the hotter, now that it's on a tighter setting. Obviously the water is more condensed coming out. That's a little bit softer, like a traditional rain shower. And that's sort of 3/4 of the holes, I suppose. Probably more like a normal shower you have in your house. So it's really an all-in-one system. You can get an adapter for here to change your outputs if you want to run to a garden hose or a smaller hose if you're going to be washing up, that sort of thing. That is quite nice. 44 degrees, that would be a cold winter's morning right there. That's really nice. 45. The inlet temperature obviously is rising as well because the hot water is going back through, so the water in the bucket is getting hotter. It's pumping through. The unit itself, yeah, it's a little hot to touch. I can see why these are put on the outside here, because you can feel the heat coming out of the top here, so I wouldn't place this in a closed environment. Yeah, there's a bit of heat coming off that. Obviously from the ignition inside. The sides, a little warm down the bottom. Make sure I get the water everywhere. This side is cold, however there is heat coming out of the top. And the top is safe to touch. The handles, safe to touch. The front, safe to touch. The display, all cold, safe to touch. It's just mainly this side, the side with the gas tank. Alright, well, I'll flick him off. Up is off, remember? The ignition will go out. It's still running, the pump is still running, I can hear the pump. Still quite warm, obviously. They cool down considerably very quickly. Obviously the ignition is off. And to turn him off, guys, pump's off, everything's off. I would say that that is a great investment, that. Obviously I'll try him out in the field, and I'll set him up with the shower tent. Try and do it outside instead of in here. Apologies for the space, but it's, the weather's turned a bit sour outside. Yeah, so far, thumbs up.